Hello, welcome to this special World Cup edition of Insights with Boluwati Tonishola. Whoa, like I said yesterday, if Saudi Arabia should defeat Argentina, it will be the greatest upset in the history of the FIFA World Cup. And it happened like that. These guys did not come to play at all, at all. They went for Argentina by the horns. They didn't even fall back. And they had the game plan. It just showed pure coaching from Javier Renard. What they did all through for the Argentina were keeping a very high line because Argentina scored 3 goals. And all three were chalked up due to offside. They pushed their line so well. They knew Argentina style would be sending through balls either on the high as a dink or on the low like a drive. And they did so well, defending very well. They considered first a penalty, even though it was a silly penalty to give away because it was not necessary. The foul and tackle was not necessary. But after that goal, they did not sit back. They kept pushing. Most big teams or most small teams in quote, when they take on giants like Argentina, when they get their leading goals or even an equalizer, they sit back all through. But these guys did not sit back. They still kept pushing. They could have gotten even the third goal in the game. Good defending, good attacking. They didn't overdo. They didn't do too much. They just went for the basics. They were tackling Argentina like this was a World Cup final. So I think it was a deserved win. And for people thinking that Argentina at all, there's still 2 more games to be played in the tournament. They can still qualify. In fact, they can still qualify top of the group. But I think now their easy job in quotes has become even much harder. And further the game in the group, it saw a goalless draw between Mexico and Poland. Yes, no goal in that game, but believe me, that was a good game to watch. And Robert Lewandowski missed a penalty. But I think overall, yes, no goal, but you have to give kudos to Mexico with the way they attacked, the way they played, the way they defended well. Fortunately, the game could not serve us any goal. And in the other group D as well, we also saw a goalless draw. But I think that one has to be the most boring game this tournament has seen so far between Denmark, who are one of my dark horses, and of course African side, Tunisia. That game was boring. That game bought me out. But again, it's a tournament. A point is better than losing a game. But the biggest game or the most exciting game all through has to be the defending champions, France, defeating or coming from behind to win against Australia. I think it's fair to say that the jinx of defending champions has been broken by the team who started. Good 4-1 win for France in that game against Australia. And Olivier Giroud is now joint top as the highest scorer in the history of the French national team. One thing is sure, Giroud will break that record. Even if not this World Cup, I think he'll get at least 1 more goal for France before he retires. But to the game of the day, let's start from Group E, where Spain will take on Costa Rica. Well, naturally, you should always say this will be a good win for Spain, but we don't know what to expect from Luis Enrique. Well, here's the coach. He knows what he wants. He knows the players he feels can prosecute his instructions very well. But we don't know where Garcia will start in defense. With Aspilicueta out injured, maybe Garcia will get to start in this game as well as Pau Torres, don't forget, and there's still Laporte. Interesting thing is all 3 of them are left-footed defenders as well. But I think on the right back, you should still expect Dani Carvajal on the left side. Maybe Balde will get a nod in this game. And then midfield, there's Busquets, there's Gavi, Pedri, and all these guys. Young guys who are energetic and can run. The biggest star you can pick up for Costa Rica has to be their captain, who is a 3-time UEFA Champions League winner in Keylor Navas. But I still think Spain will do enough to win this. So remember their last time they met, it was in the friendly match though, and Spain will thrash them 5-0. So I don't think 5-0 will come out this time today, but I still believe the Spanish side should do enough to win this game. And the other game in the group will see Germany take on Japan. Well, both teams in the last 3 games have had just 1 win, 1 draw, and 1 loss. And Germany came to this tournament last time out in Russia as defending champions, and they were terrible. Since then, they are yet to recover. It's still been up there, sort of. I don't know the German side to expect this time around. Yes, they still have the likes of Leroy Sané injured, including a backup goalkeeper, Ter Stegen, but you still won't expect him to play because there's a certain Neuer. But there are still lots of quality in this side. There's Thomas Muller there, they have Gnabry, there's the young Jamal Musiala, who probably could have played for Nigeria, is in the form of his life. There's Kai Havertz in the midfield of the pack for them. There's Goretzka won't play the game. I think he's also injured. But there's Joshua Kimmich, there's Ilkay Gundogan in defense, there's Sula, and there's Rudiger. So these guys still have lots of quality in them. But if they're not careful, the pace of Germany, the pace of Japan will have the likes of Yoshida in defense, Tomiyasu of Arsenal, and of course the Japanese Messi Takefusa Kubo is also part of the squad. This will be an interesting game. It could end in the draw after 90 minutes. And in Group F, we have the African team playing up. Before I talk about the African team, talk about the other fixture. Oh, you see Belgium take on Canada. Canada definitely are not a powerhouse in football, and their biggest star is even out injured in Alfonso Davies. But for Germany, for Belgium, Yes, you can say Lukaku is still out injured, but these guys here have lots of quality. And this is the last chance alone for the golden generation. If these guys fail to win the World Cup this year, they may never win anything again. But still lots of quality. Michel Bashar probably will replace Lukaku up front. Or they could decide to go for a first line in the Nazar that would allow his younger brother to Thorganaza to play on the wings. And there's still a certain Kevin De Bruyne in this goal. And the Vitzel, Yannick Carrasco, Thomas Munia as right back in defense. There's still the Alderweireld, there's still Jan Vertonghen, and of course the best goalkeeper in the world, Thibaut Courtois. Germany, Belgium are packed. Why am I calling them Germany? They are fully packed. They are stacked with stars. But the question is, will they turn up? Will they live up to the expectation? At least I think for their opening day, they should do enough to walk past Canada. And the first game of the day has to be African stars, Morocco, which will take on Croatia. Their coach Wadi has said he wants to take inspiration from what Saudi Arabia did to beat Croatia. Remember, Croatia finished runners-up in the last World Cup in Russia, losing in the final to France. They say how many of the guys were with that squad in the Brozovic, the Luka Modric. I believe Morocco would do well, but I don't see them defeating last time's runners-up. I don't see anything but a victory for Croatia. If Morocco can pick up a point in this game, it can help them and inspire them all through the competition. Remember, well, they said they want to take inspiration from Saudi Arabia. Maybe if they win their game today, they can declare public holiday Morocco game tomorrow. But I still believe Croatia will do enough to pick up 3 points. So in Group F, Spain, Costa Rica, I think win for Spain. Germany against Japan, it could be a draw or a narrow win for Germany. Group F, I believe Belgium should do enough to beat Canada. And the Africa game, I think Morocco will try. They will try to even fight for a draw, but I think Croatia, their quality would edge them out. Don't forget, there are lots of quality also in the Moroccan side, including their goalkeeper keeps for Sevilla. They have one of the best right back in the world in Ashraf Hakimi. Up front, there's Hakim Ziyech. Despite all these guys, I still think the teamwork, the cohesion of Croatia should do enough to help them pick up all 3 points. So that's our show for today. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Again, don't forget, this will be coming up every day. Review of the previous day and preview of the coming day. So please like, share, and subscribe. Subscription is very important. And guess what? It's free. So we come back again tomorrow. Have a beautiful sporty day. Goodbye.